At the nose of the old Mihn fighter, invisible and undetected, Xaminarch moved his arm in an unusual fashion and ended the gesture with the back of his splayed and twisted hand facing the annoying nuisance. The decorated Mihn pilot felt nothing as a tremendous shockwave impacted and shattered his aeroplane and caused his bones to splinter into small, jagged pieces. The Type G buckled audibly as the whole vehicle reverberated wildly. Vibrating fragments broke free and shot away, falling in all directions. Finally, there was the flash of a thunderous explosion, the result of remaining aviation fuel and ordnance which briefly lit the cold night sky. "Did you see that?" said call-sign Sea Dog, co-pilot of the nearest C-37 Cerberus. "What?" answered Junkyard. "I could have sworn that there was some jet stream from a Type G or Type K low to port." "Can you see it now?" asked Junkyard, who took every sighting seriously. "No," replied Sea Dog. "I must have imagined it." The mission proceeded without further incident until the 47th reached their target. It was when they approached what they perceived to be a fortified, tempered and reinforced Gaul marble bark bridge that all hell broke loose. In reality, they had reached the location of the most priceless resource in Mihn. Beneath the drone of 48 turboprops yawned a vast field of lush gray barley. These silky plants had been especially genetically engineered from native gray barley to provide amazing sustenance to the consumer, and were being prepared for mass distribution and propagation in an effort to solve the food shortage crisis. An electrified 13-foot-high, triple sever-wire concertina fence encircled the entire perimeter of the substantial crop. It was clustered at regular intervals with reinforced towers mounted with multiple-barreled anti-aircraft guns of various types. Several missile emplacements protruded from camouflaged metallic pits in the area just inside the fence line. Outside the precious state-owned agricultural asset, huddled groups of Mihn peasants massed, desperately hoping for some nourishment. The Mihn gunners and weapons specialists that protected the barley field from the elevated towers were the most professional in the entire Mihn land army. They had fired regularly on the angry mobs of people who had attempted to storm the appealing source of enriched food. Together with about 40 of the anti-aircraft vehicles from the 9th IMLA-1, the fortifications erupted with the thumping rhythm of heavy cannons as they hurled a massive payload of euphorium and explosive skyward into the path of the approaching Zuvian plains. Like a mighty geyser of meteorites, the stream of flak and missiles streaked upwards on an angle to intercept the incoming targets. Junkyard was expecting some kind of resistance from Gaul ground forces and interceptors, but there was nothing. He was trying to work out precisely what was going on when his and 5 of the other Cerberus's phalanx guns engaged without explanation again and again. They were automated systems, so it was not unusual that they would activate by themselves. But there had been no impact warning alarm, no radar or molecular scan contact. There was no sign of enemy warplanes, offensive vehicles or missile launches anywhere on his scopes or instruments.